there's guys that play once in a while. You know, they might jam once in a while, and that's fine. But they never really get to that level where they can do things, learn things really fast. You know, like they've been playing the same songs for 40 years. You know what I mean? Like it's the songs that they don't learn anything new, right? And there's other guys, they can learn stuff new, but they can never commit long enough to learn it properly, and they either rush it or they don't have time to learn it properly, and you can never seem to get out the door with these guys. That's what happened with the Blind Pig Patrons. Like, you know, I had hopes for them to play live, but they don't seem to want to play live, right? Well, two of them do, but you know, like my high school buddy Jason, he just more wants to jam. He doesn't really want to play live. You know, it's like, it's not worth it. $80 of gas just to go to do a gig. And he's kind of right. Yeah, you're going to spend money doing a gig, but I'm saying we'll only do gigs if they pay well enough. You know, but we have to get set lists down. I don't want to do it that way because I tried it that way before and it doesn't really work. And it's always worked for me, but you know, it's like, here's a song, we practice them until we get them, and you might find a few songs that you just can't seem to get down right. And for me, I don't care. I'd rather do simple songs that we sound perfect at to begin with, but I also don't want to be the guys that, okay, we got a set list down, that's it, let's go, and just play the same set lists over and over. I'd rather space out the shows and give you a good show each time, but I also want to do more originals. After seeing my video gig from 1995 and how, okay, yes, it wasn't, the best sound at all on the camcorder. 1995 camcorder doesn't sound too good. But when you listen to the song arrangements, even if they weren't perfectly done, because we did rush on, we did, 9 or 10 originals, right? Or whatever it was, like 6, 7 originals and two cover songs. And but just listening to us do the originals, listening to the original music, it's like it was really well done for what it was. Now, that was the first gig. I'm sure the 10th gig or the 100th gig was far, far better. You know what I mean? And because I know we progressed, like we practiced until we got everything down, that we'd get through everything, and then we did the first opening act gig just because it was there, right? So okay, yeah, let's do it. And then what ends up happening is we weren't fully ready, but it was like, okay, we were ready enough, right? So I know that the gigs got better as they went, but just what we did do was pretty cool. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of band I want to be in. You know what I mean? Like what I had, and something even more advanced than that. And especially in this day and age, like where you can actually get like almost, you can get really good cell phone quality videos now. Even like, like go back 10 years, a cell phone sound, recording a band with a cell phone was just junk. There was just everything was so blown out on the mics, it just sounded horrible. But with modern cell phones, you can go like to like an Yngwie concert and still get a pretty good audio. Maybe not perfect, but pretty good. It's not just all washed out, right? And yeah, that's what I want. Like that's what I want, is so that we sound good. And but here's some original stuff. Here's some stuff that's I don't want to be playing 1960s tunes anymore. You know what I mean? Not that I don't like them. It's just I'd rather play stuff that nobody knows and play it extremely well and blow people's mind with that than because I know a lot of people think, the people were singing and dancing along and blah blah blah, so they really enjoyed themselves. Yeah, that's true, they really enjoyed themselves, but they'll never remember who the band is. Like, there's only so many times people can sing along with Sweet Caroline. They do it just out of muscle reflex. They don't really do it out of yeah, they enjoy it, but it's like, oh yeah, well, here's a good one, I'll sing that one again. Right? But when they hear something really, really good, and I've always found this as an indicator as a musician. If you're on stage, okay, and people are talking while you're playing or whatever, it doesn't matter what you're playing, whether you're acoustic or not, and everybody's talking, whatever, and they're sort of paying attention to the story or not, they'll clap at the end of it, right? Because, oh yeah, well, you know, they're sort of paying attention to you. But when everybody goes quiet, the whole bar goes quiet, and they're like, and you think, oh my God, I must suck, everybody hates it. No, they're quiet because they're paying attention to you. That's like the best thing ever, because when you stop, you're going to hear a big eruption, right? And I've had that several times. I'm not saying every time. You know, sometimes people say, no, here's a song I thought would be really, really good, and people would really like it, and a handful of people clapped. But when it's really quiet, and then, you know, like a week later, 2 weeks later, you go and you play the place again, and people come, oh, what you did last week, that was so good, you know, and you hear about it for, like, they're talking about it weeks later. That's what you want, you know, that's what you want. Anyway, I gotta go get provisions, because I gotta get my nice beard, I gotta go do some painting.